Would you please stop that, Ventura? It's stressful enough.
Okay, General, but there's just not a lot to do right now. Aren't there any weapons tests or training drills or anything?
You know, I already want someone on the front lines to keep track of things, Ventura. Don't make me.
You don't trust the newbies, General? Got all the gossip from the cities on the 5,000. There's not much else to do on the floor, really. It's kind of a dump. But the point is, I know Avak was your guy.
The General has a right to change your mind, Ventura. Avak presented himself differently than he has acted.
I can explain my own actions, Joanna. Don't strain yourself to give reason for my behavior. It's not right, really. And anyway, you still need to give us periodic reports on the battle.
I'm sorry, General. I felt I should defend your honor.
You don't have to do anything. Remember that, Cabo Mooshian? Or Joanna, or whatever you want to be called, so says the Adversary. Ooh. Why are we even still here? It's not like we can win. Or that we're fighting for this really great thing.
We're fighting for the ideal of freedom, Ventura. Or at least Joanna and I are. I believe you're fighting because they pay you.
Well, more accurately, they pay me to talk about fighting them. I know you were joking about sending me to the front lines, but that would be a lot of fun. And also, you say that like it's a bad thing. You...
Take it down our western flank, General, or... Wait, no, our western flank is just collapsed of its own accord.
18th Division, reform. The lineage is going to make a pincer move on our forward line. Are they doing it, Joanna?
No, it seems like instead the eastern flank is joined in and they're now attempting a bayonet charge on the lineage's auto turrets. A few of them use their grenades. It's going surprisingly well. I've been also sent a request for some of them to use their blankers and make a surprise attack from behind their lines. It should be
They'll
effective.
kill all of them, Joanna. Unless we can't win without it, I won't support suicide attacks.
It's a good thing for our efforts that they're doing it of their own accord then, General. Looks like the lineage are sending in another round of baby bots.
Tell them to make use of their EMPs, Joanna. I don't think they'll listen to me.
So, anyway, General, about Avak. You're never given a good answer. What did you see in Avak before?
Ventura, please. I have an army of 20,000 and following to worry about. Can we talk about this later?
But that's the thing, you care. He doesn't. But he got here because of you. You're a reality person. He's definitely not. You know, you say you keep fighting because of the ideal of freedom. But that's definitely not true either. So why did you support Avak?
Ventura, please.
Joanna, pay attention to the battle. And stop copying me, Ventura. Don't call me a liar and I'll give you a Kipling answer, okay?
I'm just so sorry, General.
It's okay, Joanna. But I hope you can understand this is a very stressful situation. And maybe we all should try to make it easier for each other. Ventura, I'll tell you why I support Avak. If you won't fracking shut up about it, but I hope you understand that I'll think less of you for interrupting an important battle where lives are at stake to simply fulfill your
I really don't
purpose.
mind, General. And I hope you know I only call you General to annoy you, right? Hitch?
I really want to know more about you, Ventura, more than anything else.
Yes, but I asked first, General.
Okay then. To put it simply, I wanted Avak to be elected because I thought he was a crazy old man that I could control, but would still serve as a powerful figurehead for rebels on Earth and particularly Mars. You're totally right, Ventura.
General, Hitch, please. Wait, I'll go back to my screen.
No, Ventura has his answer so he can have a turn watching the battlefield. How's it going anyway?
Poorly, Hitch. The troops have disassembled both the eastern and western flanks, but all of the forces at the front. Most of them seem to be ignoring that their guns have a trigger, and even if we do win, the Revolutionary Council meeting hall will be totally useless as a forward command center because of the liberal grenade usage.
Have you been giving them orders trying to help them form a cohesive unit?
To be honest, they do have a cohesive unit. It's just not following our orders or using any kind of visible battle strategy of any kind. They're just moving and killing. And most of them seem to have disabled their comm systems too.
Never mind then. Order a retreat to a safer position to see if anyone is paying attention. And then just turn the stupid thing off.
I'm telling you, General, if I were down there, it wouldn't be like this.
You'd be able to direct them?
Probably not, but I wouldn't need to. I'd fight them all myself, Cabo. 5 seconds flat, boom, all down. Saw Grec hired me for a reason, you know.
I am retired in my quarters, Cabos. Make sure the guards are on high alert. The Lineage's third fleet is in our area, and I don't want to wake up fracking dead. Understood?
Yes, General San Martino.
If I want to understand it, as the Adversary says.
Thank you, Ventura, Cabo Mooshian. As much as you both annoy me sometimes, you're very much the same people a way I'm not sure anyone else is right now. You help me keep stable in mad times.
Yes, sir. I believe so.
Good night. I want the thinking machines moved in the La Granada tomorrow morning at 8 sharp. I think I have to get up on all of Pluto's moons. Head to Mok, perhaps. What will be left after this? The lineage will control all of it. Everything except the mutant fleets and a few highly inbred colonies that lost contact with all of civilization hundreds of years ago. Nothing else but the void.
We'll go out fighting, General.
Yeah, but why?
I guess because we have to. Maybe we can come up with a better reason, though. One that will help us in our final hours.
You're in a somber mood, aren't you, General?
I guess so. Thanks for pointing that out, Joanna.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's actually helpful. Thanks again. Battle stations! Ventura, check them out. The Lineage shouldn't have been able to get here this fast. How many ships are overhead?
I don't see any movement in the Lineage's fleet. The battle in the meeting hall seems to still be going. I also don't see any Lineage forces on this entire rock.
Well, someone's attacking us. Joanna, ready the other turrets and call the guards to a defensive perimeter around the spaceport. Come on, let's go!
General, the guards aren't responding to their comms, and about half of them have disabled their chest cameras.
Looks like they got themselves a better paycheck!
Joanna, we can only hold them off for so long. Let's go!
Okay.
Joanna!
You have to leave her, Hitch! Make a run for it! We know how many of them are here.
No.
Were you there to see Chopper and Soleotch off? I saw another 3 rockets leave to join your mother's fleet today.
Yes, I was Duke Jorda.
And staying with Sevan and Soleotch, and still has a few little gods left, and we were able to make it to the spaceport unharassed. It was really quite pleasant. That's good. The mobs were very active this morning. I early discovered that a few of the prisoners had managed to hide out in their cells and were planning a coup d'etat against their god. That really got them angry. I think most anything could if they truly wanted it to, and well, they would like just about anything to make them angry. Shush, Sirvard, you never know who's listening. As I'm just used to being silently hated. The violence of these people is astounding. I assure you, I've been working on a bit of prose on the topic, and it's required me to get into their mindset, even if just a little bit, and nothing before has ever frightened me so much. Not even Sovereign Grec. I've reread some of your poems recently, and there are many things that the Sovereign would have disagreed with, or did disagree with. I'm not really sure. I hated Sovereign Grec, and she hated me, but neither of us would dare say so in polite company, which fortunately or unfortunately, depending on whose perspective you're taking in the moment, included each other. Yeah. She would never imprison me, of course, because she knew I would squirm more being given the appearance, the illusion of freedom. I understand that now. None of us really paid attention to you, really listened to you, and it was sheer torture. Did you want Sovereign Grec to die? Throughout all my life, I've never seen reason to wish death on anyone, and I don't plan to start now. Stop, I hear something. I think it's Avak's personal mob. Do you know somewhere to hide? I don't know. Are you still masquerading as the bishop of the cult of the Adversary? What does he call it? The lineage of devils? I really have no idea anymore. I don't think they'll notice us down here, though. Come on, Duke Jorda! Sirvard! It was only a week ago that I came down to the mosque. I still insisted stubbornly on calling her Sovereign Soleotch at that time, as though titles matter in times of utter bedlam. I still thought that she could have united us. I was naive a week ago. I'm still naive, as are you. We're all naive. We become less so day by day, and hour by hour, minute by minute, second by second, millisecond. But all of us are naive to the experience of the present. Next week you will think how naive you were for thinking this thing or that thing, but only time will tell which. It feels simply impossible to genuinely praise you, Sirvard, after spending so long doing so simply because it's what I should do. I believe you done just that. So, where do you want to go? We are at a monorail station. May as well go somewhere. Somewhere else. Anywhere else. I believe some of the nobles still hiding out here have committed themselves to working on some kind of virtual reality mechanism. We could escape here. Escape this place. For just an hour or two, the monorail takes us right to the residence of the project's leader, Duke Sandra'Ville, who I'm more than aware has a working test copy. Have you tried out the device? If you want advice on how to survive adversity, Marion, I don't think I'm the best role model. Isn't that advice on how to survive adversity? I guess it is of a form. Do you know if this device alters your mindset so you don't know you're in a simulation, or is it just a near perfect recreation of the scenario you want to experience? Yes, you would be totally unaware that you're in a simulation. No, then I know enough what that's like, although I suppose I wouldn't at the time. Here, let's just go down to the cafe on 7th Avenue in Yogsbi Lane. That sounds good as anything. I could use some good coffee. I wonder what happened to Meister Yogsbi. I always liked him. He seemed like someone who was really trying to make things work, and sure that Grec had something to do with his sudden bout of Madness. My fury is that it was just one word wrong that suggested to the warder. That is what I call sovereign Grec. And my ramblings. I should tell you that the game was up. It was insanity by no other definition than Grec's, by which all of us have been driven mad, with the exception of myself, who has always been a lunatic. Did Sovereign Grec really have that much power? He was a sovereign and was extremely well respected, but surely a psychologist would have had to examine Master Yogsbi before he was taken in for psychiatric treatment. I saw the records myself. I have no proof for anything, Marion. I suppose not. You've been very helpful to me, Jorda. Anyways, never had a teacher like you before. I hope you can learn from these experiences, Marion. I would consider you alone a fine lineage. But what about your poems? Bah! Book is only as good as those who read it. Before it was the perversely contented upper classes of Belt society. Tomorrow will be the thoughtless ophonym of the lineage and their hatred-filled children, lashing out with all their might against whatever will break before them. I wouldn't consider either of them a worthy lineage. It looks like this building is abandoned. I suppose Maestro Libero decided to get away before the mobs got to this part of town. Feels disrespectful somehow to loot the remains of her life's work. Maestro Libero brought much more into the universe than just building a cafe. Also, she's not dead, and she can make more contributions if she wants to. Here you go, Marion, here's something. Say, why haven't you spoken to the smugglers yet? Prices aren't going up. I don't really know. Do you feel a sense of duty to who or what, Marion? It's been a while since I've had good espresso. Supplies are draining every day. Pretty soon the mobs are going to turn against Avak unless he starts working on resource management of some kind. I don't see that happening. He never promised them anything, never gave them anything. It's the bargain they signed up for. Hey, he's just as much a figurehead now as Moss would have made him, though. It's sad, really. I still hate the man. What do you think is going to happen then? How should I know, Marion? How should I know?
Simmer down, Cabo. We're only going to make it hurt more.
You try saying that with 14 adamantine shards in your back, Ventura. When will the Medivae be repaired?
Not before we get to Bologna. You know this. Cabo, look. I'm going to talk to Hitch, and then we can get you some more painkillers, alright?
Okay, Ventura. Just try to be quick about it.
You look pale. How is Joanna doing? Do you think she's recovering?
Physically or emotionally. She isn't doing well either way, if you ask me. I think she's angry at herself for what happened.
Disappointed, I'd say. Have you told her yet that we can't repair the Medivae?
No, we're gonna round to it, General. How close are we now?
We're almost there. It should be an hour at most. Just sit tight for now. You look like you're coming down with something.
How close are they now?
The lineage? I've been surveying comm frequencies and they've been delayed. Our forces loosely defined seem to be doing a good job at fighting, but they don't seem to be able to make the difference between friend, foe, civilian, or anything else, it seems. I suppose it's fitting for an idle society to admit defeat and let someone else perform their violent death throes.
We should be leaving soon. There are more fights, more jobs, more places to go, more things to do. Our ship's still in the Grand Nada's cargo bay, right? I think I'll head out after we get to Bologna. Give a nice goodbye to the mysterious Meister Klein.
Where do you think you'll go next, Gunslinger?
If you want to indulge me, General, then whichever way my steed takes me, or the wind blows, I'll follow. There are a million unseen places out there, and they're not short of surprises.
What will you do when the lineage controls all of humanity? The optimum spitting in their ears every second of every day. Will you be the lone cowboy on their interplanetary range? You can leave if you want to, Gunslinger, but I just want you to think about your long-term plan.
At that point, General, I'll simply redefine humanity. Now, General, I need to deliver some painkillers to Joanna, if you don't mind.
Wait, that was too harsh. Let me do it, alright?
Let's just go together, yeah?
Hey, General. Ventura. How are you?
We're fine, Joanna. You don't look good, though.
You'll just need to wait another hour more, though. Or less, even.
That's good, Ventura. What are we gonna do once we get there, General? Are you and Ventura making a battle plan?
We're gonna hold out for as long as we can, Joanna. You can be sure of that.
How many soldiers do we have with us? How many fighters?
We have 3 soldiers, and they're in this room. We will not win this fight, Jorda.
It will be some kind of last stand then. Or I'll just keep running further into the deepest recesses of the Anki Vault.
We are all free to make our own decisions. Whatever you want to do, you may do. If you wish to find refuge with the mutants, you can try. If you wish to stand with me on Bella, you may do so. At the moment, there are thousands of people on Bella, if reports intercepted from lineage surveillance systems are correct, and I don't think that any of them will be of much help. That is, if they don't abandon us first. It'll be a lonely final days and severely on the edge, but we won't just sit down and let ourselves fall. We will make war. Fight tooth and nail with taking whatever means necessary to survive.
Yeah, that sure is right. How about we return to the cabin, Hitch? I think Joanna needs some rest.
Do you need a rest, Joanna?
Yeah, I suppose I should. How you see it?
Yeah, more or less. Hitch, let's talk about your plan right now. I just want to make sure I'm clear and you're clear about this.
You're free to leave, Gunslinger, as I emphasized to Joanna. If you want to go off to mutants or board some soulish nobles, you can.
I know that, General. I just thought it was real helpful when you talked to me about my cowardice, and I thought we could talk in much the same way about your suicide mission.
If you are upset, I already apologize, Ventura. Why don't you go make sure your ship is ready?
No, I'm serious. Hitch, I really think you should think more about this. You do know you're going to die, right? You processed all this, accepted it, etc. I know Joanna has, but what about you?
I have, Gunslinger. Of course I have.
Are you sure you have, General? You certainly don't like talking about death, yet you're seriously committed to suicide mission. Is it just a framing? Is that it? Does talking about it as a struggle make you feel heroic? Tough? The paladin? While talking about it as a suicide mission makes you feel hopeless? See, even I don't like talking about it as a suicide. Now I'm the one leaving. I just don't seem like you've thought a lot about it, General. And I thought you should make sure to do that before you throw your life away. You're only 83. How old is Avak? 200? 300? But the point is, you have time to make a new life.
Do you just keep babbling until a person listening will give you what you want to know?
Oh, I've revealed myself.
Gunslinger, just know that I have to do this. I'd betray the revolution if I didn't do this. I couldn't live with myself after this. Maybe you could if you were in my shoes, but I simply couldn't. This isn't really a choice for me, it's an obligation.
Have a good life, General. I think I'm going to check out my ship. Make sure it's all right. I don't want to hitch a ride with some fleeing nobles, do I?
Was it just me, or did you hear that as well, Duke? I feel it's coming from the direction of the spaceport. A great flame of our worldly I did hear. I don't remember another one being scheduled until Duke Stan reveals flight, though, but shouldn't be for another 4 days. What do you think it might be? Sounds different from any of the others. Maybe it's a landing. Could the lineage be here already? It's possible. I think I'd live to see it with all these mobs mucking about, though. You going to investigate it, Marion? I think I just might. Are you alright staying here? Solitude would be pleasant right now, I think. You go on, Marion. See what is the matter. Okay, then.
Steady as you go, Joanna. We still don't know how well that leg is doing.
I'm real sorry, General. Can't rest for a second or so. Oh god, I should have been practicing my feet during our journey. I'm real sorry.
Don't beat yourself up, Cabo. You could be in a coma right now. I probably would in your situation. The fact that you can walk at all is a miracle.
Gunslinger, you believe in miracles?
It's just a figure of speech. Don't harangue me for my primitive mysticisms, General. Do you hear a noise?
Definitely. We're lucky that there wasn't a mob here when we landed. Be on guard, everyone. There are enemies all around us.
Isn't that what Grec said?
I see someone, Hitch. He's got tattered nobleman's clothes and life spectacles. He's looking right at us.
He could be a scout, maybe. Although I don't think the people we have to fear are that organized. But that might just be how we're looking at it. We might not even have to fear them, too. Hitch, I just realized, what do we actually know about the situation here?
Gunslinger, shut up! I think I know this guy. Meister Burjhess! Hail, friend!
It is just spectacular to see you right now. Friendly faces have been fading fast. Sovereign Soleotch fled just this morning. My Sanchez left a few days before with Duke Ortega. Meister Finmayor, many of the others lie dead, and I should say funeral efforts have not been found to be possible at this time. Who all do you bring with you? I see Cabo Martin, Cabo Mooshian are with you. Do you have a plan? Please, I'm simply filled with curiosity.
Meister Burjhess, if you expect a personal savior, you are mistaken. We can do as little help the situation as you can, maybe less so. We have no army, they were destroyed from within. We have no air force, they were all used on spontaneous suicide missions. All we have are ourselves, and Cabo Martin is going to leave soon. So please, just tell us everything that you know and leave us, alright?
Well then, let's go to a cafe and we can talk more about it. I'm sure that Duke Jorda would also like to see you, alive and well.
Right now, Mr. Burjhess, we need to go to a hospital. Joanna is not technically dying, but she needs serious medical attention. We can talk on our way.
There are 4 hospitals on Bologna. Tierra Hospital is incomplete. Cardona Hospital was burned down yesterday. Nave's Hospital was destroyed in a fight between loyalists to Grec and Avak's mobs, and Vasquez's Hospital isn't finished either. If Jonah needs medical attention, Jorda keep the surgery kit on hand and...
That sounds good then. I'll take Joanna to this medical fellow in my ship and make sure she doesn't die. Then you two can go back to arguing in peace. How does that sound?
I think that would be best.
I'll go with you, Ventura. We can make sure that Joanna receives proper attention.
If you absolutely want to, Hitch, you aren't anyone's savior, as you said. You come with me to help comfort Joanna if you'd really like to, yeah?
You think you're clever, don't you, Gunslinger? What am I supposed to do? There's really nothing I can do.
So, just going to lay down and die. Is that it?
You could speak to Avak. You might be able to talk some sense into him, General. After all, you knew him before, didn't you?
Alright, Meister Burjhess, let's go then. Gunslinger, you take Joanna to Duke Jorda for treatment on your ship. We'll go to the monorail, talk to Avak. Well, does everyone approve?
I don't think that was in question, General San Martino.
I'm certainly fine with it. We should probably be moving on now. Joanna has had to wait long enough.
Good luck, General.
Thank you, Joanna. How are you, Meister Burjhess? I haven't asked.
I'm sure you can imagine that. I'm also sure you've had a similar experience in one way or another. These are dark times.
I am surprised to hear you admit it, Meister Burjhess. Some time with Duke Jorda has been good for you. I can expect to be honest about your experiences then.
I would hope so, but I really don't want to talk about it now. You're here. You're here. Maybe you can help.
That's a nice thought, Burjhess. Which way is to Avak's base, or wherever it probably is?
He wanders around the main streets. I last heard him around Taurien Boulevard, so the Garstazu Street station should be close to his location. Once we get there, you can't miss him. He's always surrounded by a mob of people.
Alright. Always surrounded? I could hardly imagine Avak with even a small group. He always hated the group. Do you know a death count?
No one's really bothered, but 3,000 have escaped so far. Another ship leaves once every few days. They have to be careful though. One ship, the Lagurian Asagir, was sabotaged and 117 people died.
I should know this for when I talk to Avak. We need to put a stop to this. I'll kill him.
Why would you do that, General? It won't bring these people back, and they'll get us killed. Don't you realize this?
Well, I'm putting a stop to this one way or another. If it offends your conscience, Meister Burjhess, you can go tell Gunslinger to help me with air support. I'm not letting this continue. The point was to do better.
No, I'll come with you, General. If you think he needs to die, then you can kill him. It just seems harsh. Is all.
Be quiet, Meister Burjhess. I hear something. You're right. There are a lot of them. How do you think we could get close without them noticing? They strike first, you said.
Usually, but I don't think they pay very close attention. My observation is that they tend to wander around the city aimlessly, attacking anyone who comes close after some banter. But they don't seem to notice unless you get really close. They don't seem to pay attention to anything outside of the mob. As long as we come from behind, I don't think they'll notice us.
Good. What should we do when we get close?
I don't know, General. I guess we...
Why, hello, Hitch! Hello, Meister Burjhess! How does one do? One wasn't aware of your return, Hitch, and Meister Burjhess. One was under the impression that you had left. This is delightful. Give one some room, everyone.
Avak, these have been long months.
One understands that, Hitch, but we have won out on Bologna. We spread from here. The lineage cannot stop our revolution. You should join us! Meister Burjhess, Hitch, let's return to the Bologna canteen. Gerald and Carrion, accompany us. The others should continue to root out the enemies of the revolution on this world.
You don't wish to speak alone, Avak?
Do you wish to leave, Meister Burjhess? Alone with the friends of the revolution, Hitch? One wishes it weren't so, Hitch. But this is no happy reunion of friends. One sees the uncertainty in one another. We have many reasons for distrust. One apologizes for what happened on Taurien. The Adversary can't speak for its followers.
As is true for all leaders, yes. However, you did personally kill Masan, and have personally participated in genocide on Bologna.
And am still perpetrating. That is correct. But it is all for the revolution. Something one is sure you understand clearly, Hitch. Mass murder. The good fight's benefit. It's not something you so soundly disproved of in our private conversations, Hitch. One sees that we should both speak about our time apart more deeply than we have about other topics. Although there is some time for that. Gerald, please get the door for us.
This is all well and good, Avak, but I think the General has some specific things to say. Don't you, Hitch?
Oh, Hitch, my old friend. What concerns did you have?
I don't think the revolution can survive, much less spread this way. We destroyed the Soleotch Free State. Now we need to start building a new state if we want to hold back lineage. We can kill people. We have to kill people. But this is excessive, Avak. I think you're getting caught up in your own mythology too much. That's what I have to say. Kill me now if you feel that's heretical.
One doesn't mind, Hitch. You may have whatever opinion you feel like. If that's all you have to say, you may leave. One feels we have met with each other again. We can talk again later. One understands you had a long journey.
You're not angry at it, Adversary?
My old friend Hitch? No! Of course not, Meister Burjhess.
Will you change your plans, though, Avak?
One understands how it might seem unreasonable, this mob we have, but it is all necessary for the purpose of revolution, to inspire the future revolution, Hitch. If we fail, we ensure there will be more by making a spectacle that cannot be ignored. Like how this revolution would not have started if it weren't for the French, and the Russians, and the Cautrins, and the Badgers hadn't had theirs. This is a necessity, the specifics of which we may discuss at a later date. Well, it's been good seeing you again, my friend. I'll see you around, Hitch.
Thank you. And the same to you, Adversary.
See.